I'm Leanna Hawkins, and we are at the 2023 Summit of Deal Making event here in New York City. And I'm joined today by Ryan Binkley. He's the president and CEO at Generational Group. Welcome, Ryan.
Thank you. Great to be here.
And congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award. You're becoming part of the Hall of Fame. It's a big honor to have that this evening. We look forward to seeing you at the gala tonight. Tell me a little bit about your history and background in finance and what brought you to this point in your career now.
Okay, well, great. Well, our company, Generational Group, we do middle market M&A, usually on the lower end, but we've grown now to have over 16 offices across the nation and in Canada, and we have about 350 employees. And the majority of our business is exit planning, helping business owners know the value of their company, time to sell. We also do strategic growth, software engineering, a few other things in overall consulting. But M&A is most of our business, and so my dad and I co-founded it 20 years ago. And so we're in the business of helping people fulfill their dreams and sell their business one day. And so we've been doing it quite a while. We've developed a good team that's helped us get this far. So.
And tell me about your background, maybe even just growing up and how you got into the financial space, and was your dad in the space, and how has that looked?
Yeah, so I started my career after college in consumer products with Procter & Gamble, then went to healthcare with Boston Scientific, big companies, and then I got in technology for a few years. Actually felt a call to ministry, and so my wife and I were pastors today as well, but we do both actually. But I actually got into the business due to a tragedy in my family. My brother was running the business, a different company than today, with my dad 22 years ago, and he was killed by a drunk driver at that time. And so we prayed about it and came back to Dallas and went back and got my MBA at SMU, and then we started this new business together, and it began to grow. Kind of had a concept of bringing the Wall Street approach to Main Street. How do we bring investment banking services that big companies, billion-dollar companies, how do they enjoy the strategy and all that? And many small businesses in the lower middle market were very transactional. How do we help them plan better? How do we help them think about the value of their company? And when's the right time to sell that's different than their personal reasons based on the economy, the interest rates, what's happening in their industry? How to help them maximize the value of their business instead of just selling when they have to. Mm-hmm. So that's how we built it.
And I imagine, given interest rates and different valuations being not as advantageous as they may have been in previous years, how have you helped guide clients in these last few years and going forward in a higher interest rate environment? And what would be some real points of advice that you would give people? You
know, plan early. We tell everybody, plan way before you think you want to sell. Mm-hmm. Don't wait till you want to sell. Don't wait till you have a health issue or you're really tired or you're disenchanted with the business, because usually there's going to be a couple years of planning to get it even better. Usually there's some diversification that has to happen, key clients that you need to diversify, maybe some employees that need to go, some need to stay. There's all sorts of things, depending, every client's unique. So tell them to get involved early in the process. Know what you're worth today. Figure out what you want to be worth, and then get some good counsel on that, and then really plan it. You know, you don't hit any target that you don't aim at. So have something you're aiming for, and plan early.
So Ryan, you are a Texas man, you're based in Dallas. Obviously, a lot of the work you do, you're helping Main Street businesses and business owners and founders with some of the advice you just gave us. It's also led you through your life and personal experiences to become a presidential candidate. So maybe you could give us some insight as to what from your financial life and your personal life led you to that decision.
Well, you know, I really felt called to. So about 8 years ago, this kind of came to my heart. I really felt from God. And our country is in deep trouble, you know, when you really look at the economics, the foundation of our country. It's not just the stock market, but it's our debt, and it's how we really function as a nation. We've really, I think, lost our way in so much. And also, we're very divided as a country, as you know. We're not just right and left, but culturally in so many issues. We've got geopolitical storms right now. We've got, you know, Cold Wars we're involved in. We've got, proxy wars we're involved in. There's so much happening that I feel like we have to navigate, I think, almost a chart through a perfect storm. How are we going to get through the debt crisis we're in? You know, we're going to be $50 trillion in debt in about 8 or 9 years. We're going to be spending 15% of our budget on interest payments. So basically, we're going $2 trillion in every year, debt a year. And it's like we're taking out, credit on our children's and grandkids' credit cards to pay for expenses today. We've got to fix this, do it the right way. I really feel called to speak to that, but also touch on some cultural issues that are important to everybody, like education. How do we help people in urban America, young people that are struggling? So my message is more cultural and economic, and how do we how do we do some things in a different way than we're doing today?
Yeah. Well, obviously, with your economics and financial background, you'll be very helpful in that regard. As a closing point, I'd love for you to you gave some advice that's, I think, very valuable for Main Street business owners. What is some financial literacy advice that you would give to the average American during this time in our economy?
Wow. Be hopeful, work hard, save more than you spend. We're in a culture today that basically wants a lot of things now, and so as we look at like the cost of homes and things like that, they've gone up double in the last 2 years just because of interest payments. I'd say wait, they'll come down again if you can't afford it. Don't buy more than you can afford, and just stay the course. Have a financial plan for yourself, just like you would for a business, and think about it in the long term. And you're going to have some ups and downs, but don't worry about them. Just keep working hard, and it'll work out.
Well, thank you so much for your insights today, Ryan. Congratulations again on your Hall of Fame today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And you're watching M&A TV.